Hey, what's up, wonderful people? Welcome to the Express Show Live. We hope that you are doing fantastic and you are excited to be with us on the show. As always, we are all about fresh heat and fresh vibes right here on the Express Show Live. And we are looking forward to having a wonderful show. Remember, we are always here to connect with you on the socials. Just find us on YouTube. You can look for Pumzi Africa. You can also find us also on Instagram and TikTok and whatever your other favorite podcast all social media platform that might be. We hope that you all well and you all happy to be with us. And of course, today you can feel free to engage and also not just to engage, but even to ask questions as well. Feel free to ask questions as well and let us know how it is going on for you and your particular aspirations for the year. We know that we just jumped into a new year and therefore we are hoping that in this particular year, maybe perhaps you can go for your goals, whatever you're not able to achieve last year, maybe perhaps you will be able to find that and go for that this particular year. So welcome to the show. Like I did say, we are looking forward to having a wonderful one. And you can always hit us up even on our Twitter. If you head over to Twitter, you will find us on there as well. And you can always interact with us. Today we have a guest on the show. He goes by the name Reassess Teejay. On YouTube, it's Reassess Music. And of course, the goal is to keep pushing art and the goal is to keep supporting music right here on the continent of Africa. Mambo vipi manze? Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the platform.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a new year.
yeah,
I mean, God has given us another chance to show what we can give hip hop and
yeah,
give back to the community.
yeah.
Yes, I really appreciate the platform.
Yeah,
And I'm actually not going to speak a lot today,
yeah.
but I mean, it's the Express show. We
I
gotta
have
express
seen
ourselves.
people really say that this year I'm not going to make a lot of announcements. I'm just going to show results. People do this
Thank you.
at the start of the day. They talk a lot. I want to do these announcements, this and that, and
Yes,
then at the end of the day, there are no results to show for the same. But then again, I
yes,
do believe that people ought to have like New Year's aspirations. I don't know for
yes.
you, Reassess TJ. Maybe perhaps what are some of your New Year's resolutions, and maybe what are you looking forward to this particular year?
Well, this year I'm actually looking to take over the hip hop scene.
Yeah,
And I'm not just I'm not just taking the hip hop scene,
yeah,
but I'm also going to inspire
yeah,
and I'm going to show people what they were missing
yeah,
for the last 20 years.
yeah.
I mean, hip hop is our culture. We
Hip
eat
hop is a
hip hop, we
culture
live
here,
hip hop. You know what I mean?
and I have realized that some people do say that
Yes.
Kenyan hip hop is not really has not gotten to the level where it needs to be. I don't know what your thoughts are on the same. Do you believe or would you agree with them that Kenyan hip hop has not reached where it's supposed to be?
Okay, well,
Mm.
I will agree to disagree,
Yeah,
but in terms of international progress,
yeah,
I feel like we were still stuck in that mold.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Whereby we really don't want to we really don't want to support our very own,
yeah.
you know. I mean, for you
So
to
you're saying it's about the matter of support that is what has been lacking maybe in the industry?
yes
Yeah,
support
yeah,
and representing the real.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Most of us we showcase our fake lives in
yeah,
IG,
yeah,
you know,
yeah,
just to like keep up the numbers or maybe stay in terms.
yeah, yeah.
But I
People
believe
have
that
become so much fakeness.
yes,
Yeah, yeah,
and I believe
yeah.
it's all about where you come from,
Mm.
you know,
And you
what you
represent
do.
it on zero. I don't know what that is
Number 39.
number 39.
We call it the 39 cult.
39 cards. I was
Yes,
just wondering where the 39 cards came about, but we shall be getting into that. For right now,
no
I
problem.
was just getting to ask you maybe perhaps for those who have not really heard much about can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what your music is about?
Okay, well, Reassess Teejay
Mm.
is a prolific artist who came up in the slums.
Yeah,
But I was brought up in a sincere community,
yeah,
but also a dangerous community in Jiru.
yeah,
But I've been trying to improve by educating people through my music.
yeah,
I'm trying to showcase the importance of art as a whole
yeah,
and what it means to be a hip hop artist.
yeah,
It's not just about music; it's about the culture.
yeah.
It's about representing a culture that whereby we can showcase our not just our talents,
Yeah.
but we showcase peace,
And even tell
harmony.
the stories of where you're from. I
Where
think
you,
that is also what music is all about right there. And
yes,
let me ask you, when you're coming up in zero, or when you're growing up in zero, I would just
yes.
like to ask who were some of the artists, Kenyan artists or even international artists that you used to look up to as an upcoming as an artist who as a
Uh,
person loving hip hop. Who are some of the artists that inspired you when you were young?
Okay, while I was young,
Yeah.
I never got any local artist to inspire me
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah.
So I had to go overboard
Yeah.
and find out about people like Nas,
Yeah.
Eminem.
Yeah.
You know, I have an artist called Marlon Craft who I also look up to today.
Yeah.
And mostly my inspiration has been internationally based.
Yeah.
In whatever I believe in, whatever I do, I think hip hop was brought in me
Yeah.
by the means in not just it's not about the culture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I
It's
would
a,
just like to ask you about Mau Mau, Koflani. You know, Koflani
okay.
from Dandora and
Yeah.
these other is Islam. You want to say that they were not part of a bit of your influence, maybe even people, leave alone Koflani, but even
Yes.
maybe perhaps people like
Kalamashaka.
yeah, Kalamashaka,
Yes.
even
Yes.
Bamboo,
Yes.
Abbas, Dubis. You want to say
Yeah.
those people were maybe perhaps not part of your influence? Or,
No,
yeah,
recently they've
yeah,
become part of my influence.
yeah,
Like I listen to Akadinale.
yeah,
They've really inspired me a lot in
yeah,
what they do.
yeah,
They've been so much hardworking. They
yeah,
dedicated
yeah,
to this thing,
yeah,
and they actually real.
mm,
I love these people because they're very real.
mm,
They don't hide anything,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
And at times,
mm.
at times I'm also inspired by Calligraph.
Calligraph Jones?
Calligraph Jones.
Yeah,
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 he keeps it real.
yeah.
He awakens people with a bang. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's like, hey, MC Lale.
Yeah,
You
but
know what I mean? Yeah,
when you talk about Calligraph Jones, there's
yeah.
someone else also who comes up, and I'm thinking about Octopizzo. I would just
Okay.
like to ask you, between the two artists, who
Yeah.
is doper when it comes to lyricism and also really just writing the music, who is doper?
For me, I think Calligraph Jones is doper.
Yeah,
In the sense that I think Octopizzo is more of the bragging side,
yeah,
you know.
yeah,
Calligraph is more about educating people.
mm,
He tells us where he comes from, and
yeah,
he really gives us he really gives us some motivation
yeah,
and some inspiring moments whereby he can make you lose yourself into the music
yeah.
itself. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree. And also, when
Yes.
you look at maybe perhaps internationally, you have seen that people that inspired you, the likes of Nas. You
Yes.
did have the likes of
Eminem,
Eminem as well.
Master Ace.
Master Ace is a dope one. And there's a
Yeah.
song that I can't really remember the name, but Master Ace actually helped
Beautiful.
Nelson when it comes to the way he writes music. But I remember this is X Special Live Family, and
Yeah.
you can always hit us up on our social media handles. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook,
Yes.
and even the Reds as well. If you're looking for our guest artist, it goes by the name Reassess Music on YouTube, and also on platforms like Spotify, he goes by the name Reassess Teejay on Spotify. If you haven't streamed his music, there's a very dope freestyle, which is 39 called Cypher.
Yes.
And you can tell us a little bit about how that came about.
Okay, actually, that's one of the songs that is getting most plays in Spotify.
Yeah,
Because Triangle Cypher was brought by the means of uniting artists
yeah,
from different regions
yeah,
and also inspiring them that it's not just about doing something with
yeah,
your surrounding,
yeah.
but about finding people from different sides, different locations of the country,
Mm,
and coming up to create something,
yeah,
to create one thing.
yeah,
And I actually found myself collaborating with artists from Zambezi
yeah,
on the west side, on the north side, and
yeah,
then from the east side too.
yeah,
And it shows we are 7 artists
yeah,
using one beat.
yeah,
We come here to like dedicate our own. It's actually a cipher.
yeah,
Yeah. We have Gambino, we have Dingo,
yeah,
we have Royce, we have J.R. Stewart,
yeah,
Coyote,
yeah.
and Big Rex. They are amongst the
I think
cipher.
I've heard about Gambino. There's an event we actually were part of. And guys,
Yes.
if you don't
Yes.
know about the Homeland concert, we were there at Gamers back home in Westlands. And I'm
Yes.
hoping this particular year we shall embark on the same, maybe perhaps one show every month.
Yeah.
We are hoping we can work on that. And in case you would like to see reassess the performance, pull up to pale Forest, Gamers.
Yeah.
Unaweza tupata pale Woodville Avenue. I think that is the name. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Woodville Avenue.
Gamers
Pale
back
West
room.
Gamers Back Room.
Mm.
We are hoping that very soon we shall be set with one show per month. And you can come see Reassess Teejay. And even maybe
Yes.
perhaps buy some of his merchandise manze on Hustle Sasa, right? I think you have some
Yeah.
merchandise on Hustle
I have
Sasa.
some merchandise on Hustle Sasa.
That is also what's up. But then again, I do have more questions for you as we proceed with the
Yes.
next special live. I would just like to ask, when you look at maybe the state of the music industry in Kenya right now,
Yes.
what can be done to take us to
With music days, it's more about your brand and
yeah,
the market.
yeah,
I think we need to like unite and about our very own underground artists.
Yeah.
I mean, it all starts from within, you know, from within the country.
Yeah.
So most underground artists are rated,
Yeah.
and they've been underestimated in such a way
And also
whereby
underpaid.
underpaid
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
I mean, with music it comes with the money too.
Yeah.
So if an artist sometimes feels like he's not worth it,
Yeah.
he or she will go and do their own thing,
Yeah.
you know,
And
without
maybe perhaps they might even end up quitting music
quitting
at the
music.
end
But
of the day.
music is not for the faint-hearted.
The music
That's one
actually
thing.
Calligraph Zone did Wale. It's called Wow. There's a
Wow.
song they did with Masauti Kenyan boy. How it's called How. I think it's called
Yeah,
How.
yeah.
And he was saying Kenyan kujitolea manze.
Yeah.
Which is if you're faint-hearted, then you'll have a very very
You
time
go
doing
big
it.
or you go home.
You go big or you go home. That's what happened right here. But
Yes.
then again, I want to know about your musical journey, Reassess Teejay. Tell us a little bit about your very first project, the very first time you hit the studio. Ni
Okay.
song gani ambao manze ulifanya na ilipokelewa vipi watu?
Okay, my first song,
Yeah.
unfortunately, hiyo song ilipoteanga.
Yeah.
And mpaka wa leo, I really feel very, very, very sad because that was one of the moments whereby I was actually ridiculed. I had a song called Who's This? And the song was talking about who am I,
Yeah.
where I'm coming from, and where I'm heading to. So it didn't get a lot of recognition.
Yeah.
Just people from where I was born in
The
Isili and Njiru.
Yeah.
Those are only my surroundings know about that song.
Yeah. And your close friends,
And my
that is
close
maybe on
friends.
your school stuff.
Yes,
Yeah.
thank you.
Yeah.
Actually, in the studio, I was like, "Papa, what you doing, man?" You know what I mean? I need people who are serious. And it's not that I wasn't serious. It's just that I was still trying to come up. You know, I started with my musical journey started poetry at high school. So me having the love of I wrote poems. I wrote a lot of poems.
What were the
My
poems
inspiration
about?
was also from Shakespeare. The poems were mostly were about the nature and love.
Yeah.
You know, there's this story about Romeo and Juliet. So that story actually inspired me a lot.
Was that what you took to the studio? Because if you took
No,
that
I
to the
didn't take.
studio,
I didn't take that to the
I
studio.
understand why the producer was asking, "What are you doing here?"
I think
Okay,
the
go on.
producer thought I was a spoken word artist.
Oh.
So I think henceforth I had to express to my producer that I can also do it a cappella. At first, that was like 15 years back,
Yeah.
2008, 2009, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, when I was still in Form 1.
Yeah.
I was writing a lot of poems,
Yeah.
and I wasn't used to going with the beat.
Yeah.
I just started
So
learning
you're
about
off
beats.
beat most of the time. You off. Was that
Actually,
why?
I wasn't even off beat.
Yeah.
I never used to practice using beats.
Oh, okay.
You know,
Yeah.
same time
Yeah.
in just portraying a message. You know what I mean? Conveying a message that's
What
going. I was
about
about educating people. Like, I mean, good and bad in whatever you know. And you, the moment you still go ahead your journey, you will tend to learn a lot of things. You know what I mean? Yeah. So my
Yeah.
wasn't actually it was a turn off actually. I won't lie to you.
So
I came back and I took out It Feels Good to Be Real.
Oh, okay.
Feels Good to Be Real. And I actually Feels Good to Be Real is a long time song. I had written that around 2015, 14. But I only came to produce it around 2020.
Yeah, I know about the song.
Yeah. Feels Good to Be Real.
Was it a
It's a nature.
collaboration or a
No,
solo
it's a
song?
single, a solo song. Yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yes.
Because I think I've heard the song, and if you haven't, I'll make you go check it out on
All streaming.
Yeah. It's actually there on Spotify. If you haven't also check some of his other tracks and even collaborations. It would really be interesting for you to also do them and find those. I just talk a little things that is most that I think you see. I'm talking about. And tell us about how it has been for you recording ciphers, and is it quite easy, or do you find it difficult getting artists to work with on ciphers?
Wow.
Yeah.
Really, you know,
Yeah.
ciphers promoting each other, unite. And why I love it tends to put us together as artists. It tends to show us that we work together. You know, it's better. uplifting each other together. That's what I believe in ciphers. And ciphers, they're actually a means of not just marketing, but promoting our own selves. Why I love ciphers because I love promoting each and every artist out here. You know.
And how are some of the artists that you have worked with on ciphers?
Well, it's kind of difficult to work with different artists in ciphers because when it comes to like recording a video, artists will, most artists will tell you that I'm busy today, like tomorrow I won't be available. You know what I mean? And the moment you were recording the audio, you promised that you're going to be available at that moment. You know what I mean? So I think most people turn a blind eye, you know. But as long as I myself, I decided that I'm going to support that project financially. You know what I mean? I'm going to coin each and every I'm going to coin each and every coin, each and every coin.
You're going to cater for the budget.
You know what I mean? I'm going to cater for the budget. But I don't know what happens. Most artists just don't. Maybe it's maybe it's the vibe. Perhaps it's a vibe. You know what I mean?
But anyhow, that is tell us which are some of the ciphers that we can find by you and some of the ciphers.
Okay, the first cipher was the 39 cult cipher. Yeah, it was a means of representing the 39 cult. 39 cult is a Kangundo Road, you know, Eastlando as a whole. You know, I'm from the Eastlands. So Toka, Ruayo, Moja, Kayole, Donholm, Fedha, Embakasi, Jogoo Road, you know what I mean? Isili, all those areas, Outarin, Buruburu. I mean, we all together Eastlando. I'm not saying
That is what it is. Because I found Buruburu, we do have one of the most renowned drill groups.
Brooklyn Boys.
Yeah. I think cardinally they also
so
from
they are
Umoja. I don't know which
Umoja one, I think.
From Umoja.
Yeah.
But I think that's the area is actually quite a positive thing.
True that.
To see going on with the hip hop scene. And
yes.
Is the Expression Live and this is a podcast.
There was a second cipher which was the greatest goats of all time cipher. Yeah, 2023. It's the goat year cipher. That was actually one of my best, whereby at least everybody was so dedicated, and they actually showed that they really want to do this. You know what I mean? Everybody went above board to present his own self, to present themselves, and I think we're heading on the right direction. You know what I mean?
I think that is what it is. For the people that you have worked with, who are some of the producers that you have really worked with and have loved the work? And tell us about some of the producers that you
Wow. Actually, my producer, the best producer that I ever seen, it goes by the name of Kunta Official Beats. Yeah, guys, I tell you, that's one of the best producers in the country, not even the country, in the world. That's a person that I really appreciate my success up to this point because of Kunta. And we have another Slim, we have Chrome Beats, and we have Lucky. Those are the producers that I've worked with. But at the top of my list, Kunta. Kunta has really advised me on music. This is the person that told me there's no formula. You know what I mean? It's actually you can do your own formula, you know. And I believe that, you know, if your producer can actually can give you good music and can give you advice too and help you market your product, I believe you're actually with the right person. You know what I mean?
That is one of the ways.
The same Kunta he produces for Kalamashaka.
Sometimes you find people who actually just want to go online and search for beats, and once they do find beats, they just want to use a beat, and that comes with a whole lot of problems.
Yeah, copyright infringement.
Copyright infringement. That is the problem.
Not to forget K Dog. Not to forget K Dog.
That is also what happens with that.
Yes.
So I think you can also share this. But what I was just talking about our family is that you can always make sure that you interact with us on our social media platforms. As always, you can get us a hold of us on Twitter, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Threads, on whatever your other popular social media platform that would be. We want to make sure that you are with us and you're connecting with us, and you're here as we get to discuss matters, Kenyan talent, matters, African talent, and matters even global talent. We do not just host artists, we also host poets, we host comedians, we host dancers, we host DJs. There's a whole lot of creativity to be expressed right here on the Expression Live. And that is why we do it for the culture. And we do serve you great hits as well as fresh vibes when it comes to matters talent. And I did say, talent, what you just need to do for talent is support. You know, you just need to go share someone's link like someone's post, maybe stream some of their music, maybe watch some of their comedy.
Yes.
Those are some of things that maybe perhaps you can do. It does not even cost you much to support your
It
local
doesn't.
artist. You can
Just a
even buy
simple
a
press.
ticket. Yeah, you
Yes.
can press and buy a simple
Yes.
turn up to their next concert because that is the only way the industry can actually grow. We are almost coming close to the end of this particular interview, but I have a few more questions for Reassess today, and I would
Yes.
like to know a little bit before we got on the show. We were talking about your album coming up in April,
Yes.
and I was saying that when it comes to this particular year, I think this year we shall see a whole lot of new music coming out, and we are glad that you also putting out your project.
Yes.
Maybe perhaps you could tell us a little bit about your upcoming project in April.
Wow. Okay. We have Nobody's Perfect.
Mm.
Actually, 3 months to go, and I'm feeling very, very, very much under pressure.
Yeah.
Nobody's Perfect is an album about. It merely talks about perfection in
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Nobody's flawless.
Yeah.
We all have mistakes.
Mm.
We all have flaws.
Mm.
And one of the songs that I speak about, Nobody's Perfect itself,
Yeah.
featuring Masterpiece and Pollution on the mic.
Yeah.
It kind of like motivated me
Mm.
in showing that there's no perfectionist in music.
Mm.
You know, we all have our flaws. It's just about how you put yourself out there in the world and how you portray your messages. You know,
Yeah.
so it actually showed me. It motivated me in showing other people, the less privileged and the less soul-hearted ones, the ones who feel like they actually down, the ones who feel like they're sad,
Yeah.
the ones who feel like they can't progress because of a certain thing that or a particular thing they're enduring.
Mm.
So Nobody's Perfect is for you actually.
So, how many tracks maybe perhaps with people expect on the project, or you haven't
We have
that?
no songs. It's going to be heavy.
That's your work.
Yeah.
Something I really want to appreciate Reassess with us on this particular segment of Expression Live. Like I
Yes.
did, so we shall be post of his music after on the and maybe perhaps you would maybe perhaps give your closing message to your people. What would you tell them?
Um. Maya Angelo,
Yeah.
forget what you said.
Yeah.
People will always forget what you did, but people will never forget how you made them feel with the words that I love portraying. You know,
Yeah.
trust me, the only way you can also fail in life is to try.
Yeah.
So people trying each and every day. You can try 1,000 times,
Yeah.
and the 1,001
That is the time
it
you have to
happens. You know what I mean?
That's the time you
And
succeed.
and let me tell you, success doesn't just come within overnight.
Yeah.
Wow, success is a job.
And how can you?
I'm really happy with the love that I'm receiving from France,
Yeah.
the Europeans. I think that the music,
Yeah.
yeah, more music is coming, more good music,
Yeah.
something that probably you will never hear.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
and and at most,
Yeah.
let me tell you, there's no formula to this thing.
You are.
You know what I mean? You took the word you want and you had like, it's all about emotion, the feelings, the intelligence, the psychology, and about also promoting your environment, your community, the culture,
The
you
people,
know,
the place where
the
putting on where you're from.
putting
I
on
think
where
that
you're
is
from, you know what I mean? That's how
that
it
is the
is.
way you do it. But
Yeah.
thank you so much we showing us on the show.
Yes.
And for anyone that really did pop in and watch this particular live, remember you can get these same live even on other platforms such as Audiomack. You can also listen to this particular show on Spotify as well. For now, it's me, your homeboy, expecting and out till next time. I want to say, Kwaheri.
Kwaheri, man. It's Reassess Teejay on all platforms.
Yeah.
Reassess music on YouTube.